Hello guys, my name is Shakayla and today's video is going to be a tiny bit different. Today I'm going to do a story time on how I potentially met Sam and Colby. What? Just a little disclaimer, I'm sorry if my story is one, all over the place, or two, just, I don't know. I'm not really good at this type of thing, but I want to be good at like storytelling. So here we go. So if you saw, Sam and Colby announced a free meet and greet at the Mall of America, which is in Minnesota. I am from Minnesota, okay? So I had to like hold in my yawn. I sent the post to my friend and she goes, we have to go. Okay, we've been watching Sam and Colby for a while now, and we just had to. We had to try, okay? So then I asked my dad, and he agreed. He agreed. What? He agreed to it. I was kind of, low-key about it. Like, I didn't want to get my hopes up, so I just kind of kept it to myself, I kept that to myself. So I didn't really tell anybody we were going or why we were going. So yeah. Anyways, my parents, it all lined up really good because my mom and my stepdad was going to go on vacation for a whole week to celebrate their anniversary. And they agreed that Friday, June 7th, my friend could sleep over. So it all lined up to where we could have our sleepover and then we could drive to my dad's and go to the cities. It all lined up perfectly to a T, okay? Anyways, I was just not getting my hopes up, because why would you in that scenario where it's up to 500 people and, So then they announced that there was an update about guaranteed 500 people, and then if they could, they would meet more. And then they announced that doors would be opened by 7. Now, the Mall of America, they've had meet and greets before. I'm pretty sure people have camped out there. I'm gonna take a guess because why wouldn't you, especially in that scenario where your favorite person is coming? So I just had that in my mind. So Thursday to like Friday, I had been thinking about how there's just a very slim chance that if we got there any later than 7, we had no chance at all. We didn't. So I discussed this with my friend and I go, we have 2 options. We can go but leave early, or we can just do something else and give up. And we had to go to her boss's house to drop off a check, and we were discussing our options, and then we were like, well, let's go talk to your dad. And my dad is just through a town we have to go through from the town we were just in. So we stopped and talked, and he goes, yeah, we can be up, ready, we can do this. So we're still kind of doubtful until my brother, we got home and I go, if the Wi-Fi is back on, okay? And I know you're like, what? The Wi-Fi? And our town has really bad internet or something. So I go, if the Wi-Fi comes back on, this is a sign. And the Wi-Fi just so happened to come back on. We got it to work. And then he did this whole pep talk about how, let's get up early, we got this, we're gonna meet them. And it was decided we're gonna wake up at 3 and head out. And you know what? We did. Now, I knew that my dog was gonna be in her kennel until my parents got home, and I didn't want that. So I knew I had to be up by 3 in order for her to go to the bathroom, eat, and take her pill. So we woke up, we got ready, we sped run. Now, Luckily, we called my dad because I'm like, is he gonna be up? Certainly he wasn't. Not certainly. Surely he wasn't. So I called him and he finally answered. He got up going. My brother, they both didn't think we were going to. What can I say? We did. I thought I was gonna sleep through these alarms. No, we did it. We did it. So we were all ready and we got in our car, well, my car. We blast some music to get us up and going, and we drove to my dad's. He took forever getting in this car. But luckily, we left. We drove, and then we had to take a pit stop. A pit stop? I don't know. But we had to, I was gonna say it again. We had to make a quick stop at a gas station because my brother had to use the bathroom and I did. And I knew it was gonna be a long of waiting, okay? So we swapped drivers at that point. Well, no, we had swapped beforehand at a different gas station. And then we pulled into a different gas station because we didn't think we had to go use the bathroom. So we swapped drivers at the gas station beforehand, and we got to a different gas station in a different town. Okay? And then we were on the road. Started raining. Oh my God. I go, of course it would rain on this day. Of course. People were camping out the night before. I didn't really know, and I didn't really think anything of it. Like, I knew that was bound to happen. So, yeah. And then it says north entrance. We could not for the life of us find where this north entrance is. We've been to the Mall of America one too many times to not know. Now we know for next time, whenever there will be a next time. So anyways, we get in there. Well, first we park, okay? We parked on the California side. California has always been our lucky thing, okay? So we park in California. And we're like, well, how did we get to the north side? So we go to my dad just knows. So what the frick is that? That's a huge bug. I'm so sorry. Okay, well, the bug flew away before I could kill it. So if I stop again, that's why. Anyways, my dad just knows his way, you know. And we had to go down this ramp, which has, I think it's the hotel parking lot. I don't know. It's underneath, but it's the north side. But it's the hotel. Okay, does that make sense? I don't think so. Anyways, we also were walking with a few other people. They were following us. We left early and then they followed us, okay? So, because we were both, like, confused. Well, we were all confused, not both. We were all confused. Finally, we got to the, like, lobby, the hotel lobby entrance where the elevator would take you to the lobby of the hotel. And luckily, the staff knew exactly what we were talking about, so they told us where to go, and it led right out to our line. So the line went in to this, like, circle thing. We were just kind of waiting there, and then we got escorted down to where the lines were. I'm like, oh, okay. Probably a security check. Why wouldn't they have a security check at a meet and greet for Sam Colby? They didn't, which was insane. Sorry, I thought my parents were home. They're not. Anyways, I thought that was insane. Anyways, so then we were just kind of at a halt for a while. And then, I think they walked out and they were waving. And then we had a few of, I think, the Zoomy members come out and just was cheering us on and whatnot. And then probably camera crew also. So that was pretty fun to see. just while we were down there. And then finally, they start escorting people up to the upstairs where the long line would begin. They had, while we were down there, so, okay, they took 2 groups before us, and then after that, we were just at a halt. But they were still bringing in, like, rails to, like, keep people in line. It was insane. So then we were, like, hungry. So my brother went up to get us Chick-fil-A. Luckily, the food court was right above us, just 3 floors. Well, 2 floors above us. So he went up and got us Chick-fil-A. I barely could eat. I'm like, I'm so nervous, you know? Or not really nervous, just like, I don't know. I didn't have the appetite, but I did. Anyway, so after that, we finally got escorted up. I'm like, okay, we're for sure in the 500. Wrong. We're like the 2000. Anyways, we finally were in line, okay? And we were so tired. I feel so bad for my friend because her back was killing her, and yesterday she actually just went to the doctors because it was so bad. I feel so bad because that means she did all of this extra stuff she didn't have to do while meeting them. Like, she was just standing a lot. It was awful. But anyways, besides that, we were giving ourselves time limits to, you know, if we don't make it up, we're gonna dip. If we don't make it around this corner by 3, we're dipping. And you know what? I'm the reason. I will be the one who will take the trophy home. I'm the reason. Okay? You'll see. So I'm like, okay, it's really hard to describe the line unless you were there. You had to be there to see how this went. So basically, it's so hard. The mall is pretty big, okay? So imagine my arm span is the mall. So on this side is Zoomies, and on this side is just like other stores, okay? So you go up the stairs, and then we got escorted to the line, which is going this way, okay? So we're in line, and then we got to the zigzag part that they had to do. Okay, and that was ridiculous. And then a whole bunch of people lost their spots because they came in, they came out or came in to the back area. So people were running to see them up close, okay? So we luckily got to move up a little more, okay? Oh my gosh. I'm sorry I have to say this. There were some annoying kids in front of us. It was so, like, younger than my brother. My brother's 16, okay? Oh my gosh. And then they brought more people with them. They just grabbed them. Like, what? Hello? What are you doing? And then they just missed their chance because they were, like, talking and messing around, so we went in front of them. They didn't seem to notice or care. And then they were gonna save they all left, but they were gonna save their spots with a quarter. None of us did it. The people behind us didn't save their spots. They just moved up. They were being annoying too. I'm sorry. But then we found out that they got jumped. Because they tried to budge really far above. So, anyways. By the time we got to the loopy part, I'm like, okay, by 3, if we don't make it to the, like, turning point, or by the actual turn, so we're walking like this, and then there's a turn, and then the line going towards Zoomies. So if we're not there by, like, 3, we're out. we stayed in. We stayed in until 3, okay? I'm like, okay, you know what? We're getting closer. This side is moving faster. Let's just see what it does, okay? And then my friend goes, okay, by 5 we'll leave. Or by 8, if we don't see them, we're dipping. I'm like, okay, let's do it. We were getting hyped because, you know, we were on the other side by then, and we gave ourselves a time limit. So then the van store is like right across from Zoomies almost, pretty close. So, and I really have been wanting a new pair of Vans. So I'm like, okay, let me go check out this line plus the Vans. And my friend and my brother saved our spots. So I went, people were saving their spots and then going to get food or using bathroom, you know, it really just like was that perfect like thing, you know, to save our spots. Like one person would go get food or one person would go use the bathroom. So that's what we did. And I went to go see, oh my gosh, the line was long, and that's when I found out that we still had another loop to go through. So I'm like, great, okay, great. And then the van store, they changed it up, couldn't find the Vans. So I went back, I'm like, there's just no way we're gonna meet them. I could see them, like you could see them. And then and then I saw a bird in line. So a bird got to meet them because they came out after us. I mean, before us. Wait, yeah, before us. Anyways. Sorry, I feel like this story is like not making sense, but it also is. It's just like, I'm talking fast, I feel like. Anyways, so we're in line still, you know, we're making way. We're also not. We're bored, we're tired, we just want to go, you know, still, you know. And then my friend and I went to look, she took pictures, and then there was an argument between somebody and like a guard, and they were like, keep it moving, and they're like, well, just let them stop for like a second and take a picture, this line isn't going any faster. So, you know, she had a valid point. So then we finally made it to the halfway point, and that was like between like a bridge. So they had the cutoff, and then the guy was asking how many, standing at the end, and then he would let people through, you know. So if we were the ones who were waiting at the front. He was like, how many? And I go, 2. He goes, 2? And I go, yeah. He goes, okay, wait. And then he turns, and then he goes, okay, how many? And I go, 2. And he goes, oh, wait. And then he finally let us through. I'm like, okay, we're doing stuff. We're making it, okay? So, this is where it got so loud and just draining because everybody was screaming. I'm like, okay, we get it. They're right there. And I'm just not one for, like, screaming. Like, yes, I'm fans of people, but I'm not gonna scream. I'm not. So anyways, we're finally there, and then my friend goes, okay, if they keep up whatever they're doing, we should make it over there by 7:30, okay? And at this point, it was like maybe 5, almost 6. And then we're getting to the very end of this next stretch, and then we have to go again, turn, and then I think there was one more loop down, and then you go through another loop, and then you would be in line to go take the picture. So we were making it down, and then Myla and Caitlin were coming around with stickers and fruit snacks. Like, what? So they gave us fruit snacks. I got to take a picture with them. They're stunning and they're so sweet. What? And then we got a sticker from them. Oh my gosh. And then we finally made it to the next stretch. Okay? And by this point, we were hitting that 7:30 mark. And then you know, they were cheering, they were high-fiving, like the Zooming members. We had the film guy for them, and it was crazy. And then we were finally at our last stretch, and it was 7:29. It was 7:30. And we were the next two to go in to the Zoomy store to meet Sam and Colby. What? 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 So we got in line and we were there. That was the closest thing I've seen. Like, what do you mean? And the guard was like, "You're the next two. Are you guys excited?" We were like, "Yeah." And then we were let in and we got in line. And then we found out we were the last group. Like, this final little part was our next group. We were on the dot at 7:30. Like, we were in there at 7:30. How crazy is that? And then we got up to our next part and we got to hug Sam and Colby. I literally hugged Colby and Sam. Sam and Colby. I got to hug them. What do you mean I got to hug them? Huh? Oh my gosh, it's such a fever dream. I'm not even joking. I can hear Colby's voice right now, like, "Hey, what's up, you guys?" I can't do it, obviously, but oh my gosh, that was such a crazy day. For 12, 13 hours, you guys. Like, what? We got our pictures, they sent it to us, we were shaking, we got a bracelet, and then the people in front of us, we started talking at the very end because we were, you know, first I was kind of judging, you know, but then I'm like, okay, these people are cool. And then the person in front of us was like, "I'm not gonna cry, I'm not." And then we were putting in our phone numbers to get the pictures sent to us, and they started to cry, and I'm like, "Oh my gosh, can I give you a hug?" Because they go, "I wasn't gonna cry, I didn't think I was." I'm like, "Can I give you a hug?" Like, I'm never like that. Like, well, I am very sympathetic, but I'm never in situations where I'm like, "Can I just give you a hug?" Because I, you know, like, just all the love we felt in that moment. I'm like, "Can I just give you a hug?" And we're like, "Of course." Sweetest person there. What the heck? Like, what? And then, yeah, that was that. We were so excited. We were so happy. Yeah. But here's my cool bracelet, my stickers, and my phone case. I don't know what else to say. I'm gonna insert a few clips of us, probably pictures in here. It was just insane. And I got through it without a headache, which is actually very surprising that I got through it without a headache. I don't know how. Because now I have a headache from just going to a graduation party. What do you mean? That was insane. I just cannot believe, like, I kept like singing songs in my head, like, you know, "You got this," and like, we got this, and then I kept like saying, like, you know, "I know I've messed up in my life, God, but please just let this happen. I don't ask for much." It did. It happened. What? What do you mean? So yeah, we met Sam and Colby. Yeah, what a crazy wild ride. Wow. Just so shocked still to now. It'll be a week since we met them. What? A week ago, we met Sam and Colby. And Mila and Caitlin. Wow. I'm like so shocked still. Anyways, that's how I met Sam and Colby. Also, the drive home was awful just because my music thing would not work and I was getting upset and wanted just to go home. My dad and I had an argument. He always just does that, you know? So I was kind of like fed up with that, and just like everybody was tired, and you know, I just wanted my music. I can't drive without music, oddly enough. Like I was trying to drive. I could not for the life of me drive without music. What? That was actually insane. I never knew that about myself. So that was something interesting. And yeah, perfect timing. My parents were home. Anyways, thank you for watching. I'm gonna be inserting clips here probably. So yeah, goodbye.
Here's our adventure to try to meet Sam and Colby. We cannot find the level 1 north side. Yes, we may go to the Mall of America a lot. We don't know our directions. Hi. Hi.
They were waiting.
What do you mean we hugged Sam and Colby?
That's how